All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, the Indiana Pacers signed restricted free agent Deandre Ayton to a 4-year max offer sheet for $133 million. But surprisingly, the Suns decided to match that offer in order to keep the former first overall pick in the Valley of the Sun. Now, Ayton, of course, spent his first 4 years of his NBA career with the Phoenix Suns. And in those 4 years, he has averaged more than 16 points and 10 and a half rebounds per contest. Ayton did help the Suns reach the NBA Finals in 2021, and it looked like all signs pointed to him playing for another team this year. And you go back to last year, prior to the start of the season, with the Suns' unwillingness to give Ayton a max contract prior to that season. Um, and honestly, when I saw the Pacers give or offer Ayton the amount of money that they did, I said, you know what? He's out the door. I did not expect Phoenix to match this offer. They did, surprisingly, and now they're going to go forward or continue to go forward with Ayton, Chris Paul, and of course Devin Booker. Now, Ayton, to his credit, he is a solid player, but is he a building block? And I say that because you just gave DeAndre Ayton, if you're the Suns, you gave him star money. And at the end of the day, I'm not sure if he's that guy. I mean, he's a solid player. And of course, the addition of Chris Paul really helped everybody on this team. And of course, we saw that in 2021 when the Suns got to the finals for the first time since '93. But nonetheless, this is one of those where Phoenix could have taken care of this before. But I think at the end of the day, they pushed the panic button. And you know what? It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. For me, Aiton got paid, but at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, was this a reach for the Suns? And it's one of those where, to me, I think Phoenix was in limbo. They didn't want to keep Aiton, in my opinion, but I think they had to. And for me, on the flip side, for the Pacers, I think that they just dodged a bullet because I was really questioning Indiana giving Ayton a max deal just due to the fact that you know what, Indiana is nowhere near talking about contending, and you threw around this kind of money. So I think from that standpoint, the Pacers dodged the bullet and they can move forward. But getting back to Phoenix, we heard the rumors as far as Kevin Durant wanting to go to the Suns. And now, of course, that the Suns signed Ayton, they can't trade him to at least January 15th. So does that stop all of the talk about KD going to Phoenix or potentially going to Phoenix? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Back to the drawing board for the Pacers. They got to try to figure this out as far as what they're doing. This is a team that has not made the playoffs since 2020. They haven't not gotten out of the first round of the playoffs since 2014. And again, even for the sake of argument, had the Suns balked at this offer for Aiton and he did go to Indiana, Indiana was not going to be any closer to being a playoff team than they were. For me, at the end of the day, you paid this guy, and I can't harp on this enough. You paid him star money. He's not a leader. He's never been an all-star, and he does not dominate. So with that said, why offer DeAndre Ayton max money? You look at it, you ask yourself, will the Suns still be contenders in the West? I think the Suns will definitely still be a playoff team. With what they have right now, I'm not going to go that far to say that they're contenders because I feel that Phoenix's best shot to win the championship was 2 years ago. And they could not seal the deal when they won the first two games of the NBA Finals and they lost the next four. I mean, we saw Golden State come back strong this year. Obviously, they won the championship. What's going to happen with the Lakers? We don't know. Are the Clippers going to be healthy? Memphis is still a very young and hungry team. Minnesota's making moves. So it's really difficult at this point to go back and say and really factor in and say, hey, are the Suns a still a contender for the title? We'll just have to wait and see. But at the end of the day, this was a reach for Phoenix. It was a reach by Indiana in the first place, and I think this was a bigger reach uh, by Phoenix to keep him. It's one of those. It's the equivalent of you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody anymore, but when you see said person flirting with somebody else, all of a sudden they become very appealing. And for the Suns, I don't think that they wanted DeAndre Ayton, but at the end of the day, they realized that they had no choice. So let's see how this works out for Ayton and the Suns going forward, and also let's see what Indiana can do because they put a lot of time into this. They got nothing for it theoretically, but they still don't have to worry. They still have all that cap space. So we're going to see what the Pacers are going to do. But this was a shocker, not a shocker that he got the max deal, but a bigger shocker that Phoenix decided to match. But at the end of the day, Aiton got his money. He's happy. And let's see what happens with this. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take the time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it will be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. I am signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.